Holy fuck.
What did you do there, son?
Ooh. My flashlight fell off my shelf. I didn't tell you about my shadow people this week.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, seriously, man. It was freaky.
No!
I have no idea. Oh, Lord.
So shadow people, huh?
Yeah, 2 this week. 2. 1 at work. I was running the bandsaw, which I don't do a lot, but, this week we're really slow at work, so I had to do shit that I don't like to do. And I look off to my right, and I see what I thought was my supervisor walking away. And I finish my cut, and I look again, and there's nobody there. I'm like, holy fuck. And I mean, clear as day, this person, whoever or whatever it was, clear as fucking day, there was a person there. And I had a question for him, so I looked back, and I was going to ask him, and gone.
It's August 22nd, 2015, and this is your Fortean Slip News.
From the scientificamerican.com, magnetic wormhole created in a lab. Sweetness. Ripped from the pages of a sci-fi novel.
A Mongolian magnetic wormhole.
Mongolian?
Like the Mongolian death worm?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love the Mongolian death worm.
Who
That's good
doesn't
stuff.
love the Mongolian death worm?
Yeah, I know. Physicists have created a wormhole that tunnels a magnetic field through space. This device can transmit the magnetic field from one point in space to another. Wow. Through a path that is magnetically invisible, said study co-author Jordy Pratt Camps, a doctoral
Jordy LaForge?
Camps. Jordy Camps.
Oh. And he doesn't wear doesn't wear one of those little hair things spray painted like metal on his eyes.
I love that thing. It's what, the 24th century or something when they're in space, and he's got this fucking hairband across his eyes. That's the best technology they could come up with.
We're going to spray paint a hair scrunchie.
I was a big fan of Reading Rainbow, though. It's good stuff. I loved Reading Rainbow. Still do. I'll watch it from time to time.
I liked his part in Roots.
I've never watched Roots. I'm going to have to go back and watch it.
Neither have I, technically.
Pratt Camps is a doctoral candidate in physics at the Autonomous, yes, University in Barcelona.
Wow.
Which is in Spain. From a magnetic point of view, the device acts like a wormhole, as if the magnetic field was transferred through an extra special dimension. I come from an extra special dimension.
I was just gonna fucking say.
The idea of a wormhole comes from Albert Einstein's theories. In 1935, Einstein and colleague Nathan Rosen realized that the general theory of relativity allowed for the existence of bridges that could link two different
Rosen
points
bridge?
in space-time. Could be. Einstein-Rosen bridge. It's what it's technically called.
Yeah, I knew it was something like that.
Or wormholes, which could allow to tunnel instantly, something to tunnel instantly between great distances, though the tunnels in this theory are extremely tiny, so ordinarily wouldn't fit a space traveler. So far, no one has found evidence that space-time wormholes actually exist. The new wormhole isn't a space-time wormhole. Darn it! That sucks. But instead a realization of a futuristic invisibility cloak. First proposed in 2007 in the journal Physical Review Letters. This type of wormhole would hide electromagnetic waves from view from the outside. The trouble was to make the method work for light required materials that are extremely impractical and difficult to work with, Pratt said. That sounds like fun stuff. But it turned out the materials to make a magnetic wormhole already exist and are much simpler to come by, in particular superconductors, which can carry, do they wear capes? Superconductors, I wonder, which can carry high levels of current. I'm not supposed to.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I know I'm not supposed to do it. I still do. Those are the things that pop into my head when reading these stories.
Superconductors wear capes.
I'm sorry, Chris. I'll try better. Superconductors.
No, you don't fucking try at all. Ever.
Superconductors, which can carry high levels of current or charged particles, expel magnetic field lines from their interiors, essentially bending or distorting these lines. This essentially allows the magnetic field to do something different from its surrounding 3D environment, which is the first step in concealing the disturbance in a magnetic field. So the team designed a 3-layer object consisting of 2 concentric spheres with an interior spiral cylinder. The interior layer essentially transmitted a magnetic field from one end to the other, while the other 2 layers acted to conceal the field's existence. Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sciencey stuff that follows that that I'm not going to be able to read.
Yeah, there's a lot of sciencey stuff that follows, Steve. Is there really?
Yes. And you can go to scientificamerican.com, magnetic wormhole
and
article, and read it for yourself. Because I know I'm going to stumble over all that shit. Here's a good story, Chris. I like this one. From the express.co.uk. The most chilling photograph ever taken. A little girl's doll came to life, then vanished. Vanished. And this doll,
into thin air?
This doll, which used to reside in one of the most haunted houses in the world, has a story even creepier than its ghost-like appearance. Located in Key West, Florida, a number of spooky sightings and weird sensations have been, I don't know why that made me laugh, have been witnessed in Audubon House, which was the home of Captain Jack Geiger, a well-known wrecker.
Captain Jack Sparrow?
Geiger. Captain Jack Geiger.
I loved Johnny Depp's portrayal of him.
Yes, he was very good. And he had 12 children more than 200 years ago.
It's the only reason I watched any of the Pirates of the movies.
Because you're in love with Johnny Depp?
No, because his portrayal of Captain Jack was great.
Okay.
He's very animated. It was good. Other than that, the movies are shit. Carry on.
Yeah, I didn't care for them, and I did watch, like the first one.
Yeah.
No stories are more terrifying than that of the camera-shy doll that lived there. Hundreds of visitors and passersby have witnessed apparitions of children laughing, crying, and playing in the nursery. The captain himself has even been seen walking with his daughter Hannah in the gardens.
Captain Crunch?
Captain Geiger.
Oh.
And the doll is thought to have belonged to the girl.
I hate that shit. It tears the hell out of my mouth.
Oh, I haven't had Captain Crunch since I was like 3. Well, maybe 5. The doll, who is thought to have belonged to the girl, whose strangely eerie portrait still hangs in the house and has moved some visitors to tears. Wow. When a cholera epidemic was sweeping town, many sick children were brought to the nursery where they would spend their last days in the oppressive room, shuttered away from the fearful townfolk. So many children died here that the room itself took on a chilling aura of death. The house was opened as a museum in 1960, at which time the doll was placed in a toy pram. I don't know what a pram is, but I'm guessing it's whatever. In the corner of the faithfully recreated nursery. Someday, I'm not going to stumble over my words, Chris. Someday. After an elaborate security system was installed, the museum manager was constantly being called back to investigate alarms tripped by the movement in the house. The activity would always be from the children's room. Security staff frequently reported seeing someone or something in the window, but when they went to investigate, no one was there. Yeah, good stuff. And the doll, it doesn't say. Well, I'm trying to find out where the doll disappeared.
Oh. It disappeared, Steve. It's gone. It went through the wormhole.
When visitors tried to take photos of the strange-looking doll, they all experienced problems with their cameras. This is where it disappears. Either pictures just didn't come out at all, or black streaks appeared. In one instance, the back suddenly flew off a photographer's camera, exposing the film and destroying the image. This particular photographer, a director planning to shoot a series for the Discovery Channel, here we go again, determined to disprove the story of the camera shy doll. So he returned and took more pictures. Intrigued by this experience, the director decided to shoot the bizarre story of the doll. But the morning he was due to start filming, the Geiger house staff arrived and found the doll was gone. None of the alarms had been tripped. Nobody had been in the house. The doll had mysteriously escaped and has never been seen since.
Aha.
Scary. That is scary.
Maybe Captain Morgan came back and got her.
Captain Geiger.
Oh.
I wonder if he's the same Geiger of Geiger counter fame. Could be. I don't think so, though, because I think they would have mentioned that. No, maybe. Different guy. Well, Geiger's not a common name, so, maybe they were related. The one Geiger creates, like, maybe they were brothers. The one Geiger creates the Geiger counter. The other one has a haunted doll. I mean, they're both famous. It's all good. From the dailymail.co.uk. I love the UK stories, man. They're the best. It's great stuff.
Those Brits, they know how to have interesting news.
They do. This is the story about a Russian artist who met a Yeti. A Russian artist today claimed he had a recent close encounter with a friendly Yeti, but did not, of course, have a camera to record the historic meeting. Of course. Instead, Andrei Lyabchenko, I think, invited the 8-foot tall beast to stand while he drew a sketch on a piece of bark.
That's the way it's done in Mother Russia.
He just told the Yeti, stand here while I draw you. And apparently the Yeti complied, and because there is
I thought the Yeti was supposed to like rip your face off and eat you.
Not this Yeti.
Oh.
To prove that he was telling the truth, Lyabchenko said he asked the Yeti, who claimed his name was Taban, to sign the sketch.
That was like a fucking horrible movie.
Taban. T-A. 2 words. Ta. T-A. Ban. B-A-N. Taban. He asked the Yeti. It could be. Maybe they're relatives too. Taban. He asked this Yeti to sign the sketch after the meeting.
Get your Taban Yeti sunglasses here.
And apparently Taban signed the sketch, so he complied with that too. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
It happened so unexpectedly and fast that I had no time to get scared, he said. There was a clear feeling that this was a thinking creature. I felt he was trying to talk to me. Well, he did. He told you his name. The Yeti was about 2.5 meters or 8 feet 2 inches tall, with dark brown hair like a bear's, but a lot softer. He was holding a wooden stick with bits of hair wrapped around it. But the main thing was his eyes. They were just like light-colored human eyes. The alleged sighting was soon after dawn on July 27th in a remote spot in mountainous Kemerovo region, famed for claims that it has a Yeti population. He said, I went out onto a small open patch, and there I felt the Yeti's presence, he was quoted as saying by the Siberian Times. I turned back and saw him standing up deeper in the woods, not going away and trying to communicate. The creature's body shape was male, and his feet were 18 inches long. He didn't have time to get scared, but he had time to get a fucking tape measure out and measure this thing's feet.
Yeah.
Okay. And ask it to stand for a sketch and sign it.
He's an artist, Steve.
His body was very toned with lots of visible muscles. His hands and feet were proportionate to his body, the same way as with a human's. His face was expressive too, just like his eyes. Lyubchenko, respected for his work in Kemerovo, claimed he communicated with the giant creature. I can't describe or understand how we spoke because, well, it sounds unbelievable, unlike the rest of his fucking story. I felt like we heard each other's thoughts, as if it was telepathy. There was only one word that the Yeti actually said when I asked his name. His voice was low and chesty, and the name sounded as if somebody had a tambourine or hit a tambourine twice. Taban. That's what he says. In the shore language of Siberia, this could mean the one who wasn't discovered, apparently, claimed the artist. He didn't have a phone with a camera, so he used a pencil to draw the beast on a piece of birch bark.
I don't. You're the one reading the story, fuckhead.
Yeah, and I'm reading it wrong, too. I made a drawing of the Yeti, and I showed it to him. The Yeti studied it really carefully for a while, and then he drew a symbol next to my drawing. He didn't know what the scribble meant, but hoped it was a symbol of friendship. He knew people would call him insane. Really? All I could say about myself is that I'm as normal as one can find. I am physically and mentally healthy. I don't drink or take drugs, he said. The artist is seen as a reputable person and is well known locally. Russia's best-known Yeti hunter, Igor Burtsev. I've spoken to Igor.
Is he really?
Yes. He is actually Russia's best-known Yeti hunter, and I've spoken to him. He's a nice guy, a little misdirected, but a nice guy. He's head of the Russian International Center of Hominology. He has previously claimed as many as 30 Yetis roam the Kemerovo region. We are on the brink of finding the Yeti at long last, he said in 2011. Here it is, 2015, and that's a big brink. Yeah. Yeti sightings have dropped in recent years, and this is believed to be the first claim in 2015. That is just a great story, Chris. I like that one.
Yeti friendship.
And the Yeti signed the artwork. He stood there for a portrait and signed it. That's good stuff.
It's a beautiful story, man. It warms my heart that this creature connected with this man.
Yeah.
This
artist. We get a lot of stories like that. I mean, I'm starting to think that Bigfoots may in fact be, these cloaking, psychic, supernatural type beings. Look at all the evidence, Chris. This Yeti signed a fucking art print that the guy drew. It's got to be real. That's the news, Chris.
Great. Hey, Mick, you got anything to say?